Bristol Motor Speedway. High banks, tight turns, and hot tempers.
The place where somebody leaves mad at somebody.
I ought to know. I've had a little success here.
Kyle Busch, get out the broom. You just swept at Bristol.
But Bristol's history runs deep. Darrell Waltrip, he owned Thunder Valley with 12 wins. That's why they called it DW's house.
Me and you in victory lane.
Then there's 1999. Dale Earnhardt putting the bumper to Terry Labonte for the win.
Oh, and Earnhardt spits him out.
That's Bristol. Elbows out, no apologies. And how about the battle at Bristol? They turned this racetrack into a football field. Virginia Tech versus Tennessee, over 156,000 fans, the biggest crowd in college football history.
Cabrera all the way to the checkerboard. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And just when you thought you'd seen it all, Major League Baseball now comes to Bristol. Braves and Reds taking swings in the last great Coliseum. And if the history of this track has taught us anything, there's gonna be some drama.
It is gone! Lightning strikes!
That's Bristol, baby.
It's really something. I mean, this venue holds 146,000 people, right? Obviously a NASCAR staple, the world's fastest half mile. And you see how the baseball diamond fits right in it. It is beautiful. And, you know, we got a chance to really explore it yesterday, walk around and see all these fans, what they're going to see. There's so many good views from all these seats. And I tell you what, we all walked in together and it was like, all right, this is pretty cool.
Kevin, it was awesome. We were walking around yesterday, and they did a phenomenal job with this field. The merger of Major League Baseball and NASCAR is just awesome, and walking around that field, it looks big. The only place I'd rather be than up here with you fellas is playing tonight, because it is an event.
I tell you, it's visually stunning when you look at it. See a Major League Baseball field here in the middle of a racetrack. MLB has done a great job with the jewel events, whether it's the London Series, Field of Dreams, the historical game we did at Rickwood last summer. Now here we are, and they're merging the NASCAR fan base with Major League Baseball. So hopefully there's a few more fans out of this.
MLB did a great job building this field right here. I mean, it looked amazing. It looked great. The atmosphere, everybody looked unbelievable. I mean, it seems like the crowd is here. Now, one thing to look up, guy, is the light. Later on, past the third or fourth inning, when it get a little darker, look up to it. If you don't see it, you don't hit it.
Well, on that point, right? So when you do this, when you build a field out of nothing, out of a racetrack, you're building it from scratch, right? So the field, the infield, the lights. Give us a little sense for a player when you come to a new place like this, what that's going to be like for these guys.
KB, the number one thing you have to understand is not going to be perfect. Major League Baseball is taking a tremendous opportunity and a chance, and you're going to learn from them. But you got to embrace it. It's a big deal. But there's a few things. Poppy, you alluded to the lights. The lights are very far away, so that's something to watch. If there's shadows, if you can see your shadow on the field, that's not a good thing. The second thing is I want to see the field. I want to see the grass and the dirt. And as a third baseman, is that ball going to slide foul or fair? And then the last thing I would say, and the one that's underreported and underrated, is the batter's eye. Because to your point, if you can't see it, you can't hit it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. There's a few quirks here. The only thing is it's quirks for both teams, right? I mean, it's sort of like when you play in spring training, you're always concerned about it's not lit that well, so you have trouble seeing the ball. But it's like that. It's like that. You have the scoreboard in left field now. They moved it a little bit from yesterday when we walked around. So it'll be interesting to see if one of the balls hits that. It kind of reminds me of playing down in Tampa, St. Pete area against the Rays.
Absolutely. I was thinking about that, Derek. Because if you think about the baseball game, one area where pop-up and fly balls are hit out the most is down the third base line, hitting from left-hander and right-hander batter. So that would be something to watch.
It's funny, Poppy, you say fly balls, because Derek and I had a thing. I hated fly balls. It was my kryptonite. And every time I went up, I said, Derek! And he would laugh because he was great. And literally, if you see the YouTube videos, he's laughing, and I'm like praying, just catch the ball.
You know, it's such a unique event. And Derek, you talked about the jewel events, but I would have to think just for these players, too, look around and see 100,000 people at a baseball game. That'll be a little new experience for them, right?
Yeah, no question. And they may not ever play in front of this many people again unless they got a chance to come back here. But this is an event. This is something I'm sure they circled in their calendar and look forward to this game.